Well, Neil Diamond, he sang about those hot August nights. I'm going to sing about those cold autumn nights, because what we're going to do today is a beautiful autumnal seasonal dish. We're going to do spatchcocked partridge with cider and apple. I'm going to use this fantastic cider, oak age, vintage. You know, it's not good enough to drink, it's not good enough to cook with. Just have a quick blast on that. And what I'll do, I'm just going to show you what we got then. I've got these two lovely local partridge which we're going to spatchcock. Basically going to cut that backbone out, flatten them out so they cook even. You know, brilliant if you're going to do them under the grill, under the pan. Got 2 tablespoons of flour which I'm going to mix with a bit of sage, salt and pepper to coat those for frying off. 2 medium onions diced, 3 sticks of celery diced, 250 ml of this lovely cider, if there's any left, a litre of chicken stock, 2 tablespoons of tomato puree, 2 apples, which when I get the bacon on, which is there, 50 grams of bacon lardons, I shall peel, core, cut them into about 8 chunks each. We're going to caramelise them down, you know, to go with the cider. And I'm going to use a couple of teaspoons of butter at the end to enrich it, you know, when we reduce it down and pour it on this. And I'm going to use just some plain vegetable oil for frying. So what I'm going to do, put the camera on the pan, have another, you know, got to be done. It is cold outside, and we get that bacon rocking. Right, eyes down, look in. Let's get some heat under my trusty cauldron. And in there, 2 tablespoons of oil, a neutral oil. I'm using rapeseed oil. You can use mild olive oil. You know, we don't want anything with any flavour. We'll let that heat up, and then we're going to put our lardons in there. So I'm going to shift this out of the way a minute. I might keep hold of that cider. Put that over there in the corner. And I'm going to spatchcock these lovely little partridge. You can move the camera. Have a look at them, they're beautiful. So all we're doing basically is you take one using these poultry shears, and if you can see the neck, the breast and the palm of your hands, the neck cuts all the way down, so we're cutting that backbone completely out. On the other side, simple as, basically pull that backbone away. We've opened that bird right up. Same with the other one. So there's the neck. Follow the line all the way down. That's that one done. So what you do then is you lay it flat, pull the legs away from the breasts, you lay it flat, and then just crunch it down, and you're left the lovely flat bird. Like I said, if you're going to pan roast it in the grill, on the barbie, it'll all cook at the same time. Fantastic. Got lost in a moment there. Let's get that bacon in. Get it browning nicely. Release a smoked bacon lardons. So on a medium high heat, get that crisping up. You can hear me over that. So there's our one flat bird. Same with the other one. You pull them legs, sorry, and then palm your hand straight down, lovely and flat. So I'm going to put them on that plate there. Then we'll make up the mixture to coat those. The easiest way I find, if you want to coat anything, you know, meat for stews, get yourself a bag, 2 tablespoons of flour, cranky quite a good bit of pepper, some nice sea salt in there, lovely. I'm going to use dry sage, got a little bit left in there, about a teaspoon. And I mix that all up, simple as, get your bird in, give it a twist. Pat any of the excess. There you have that lovely coated bird, ready for when we brown it off in the pan. Same with the other one. And then you don't get too much mess all over the place. Lovely. Oh, look at them. So my bacon's fried off nice. Just going to reach that out. Bear with me a second. Nice and crispy. I'm just going to take that out and then we're going to put our apples in. So I've just took my lovely bacon crisp up out the pan. Move those over there. Magic of camera. Peeled and cored. All I'm going to do, cut these quite thick. And I want to brown these off, you know, and you get that little bit of burnt caramelisation going on them as well. Be lovely, sweet, super seasonal, can't beat English apples. We'll get them caramelised off in the pan for a few minutes. Those apples browned off nicely. As you can see, a little bit of colour on them, a little bit of caramelisation, take those out. So we're not emptying the fat out, we're like with many of my dishes, we keep building, keep adding, and all those flavours will come together. Now let the heat get back in there. What we're going to do now is we're going to brown these spatchcocked partridge. I'm going to do them one at a time. As you can see in there, lay it down, colour that one side, flip it over, colour the other. We're going to colour the underneath of the thighs, and then we're going to start building the dish. So I've just lightly browned my partridge there, to show you them. I mean, you can do that in a separate pan if you want to. If you're scared of burning the bottom of your pot, which can be done, just do it separately in another pan, and we're just going to rest them there. So into my pot here, just going to put my onion. That's 2 medium onions diced. I mean, at this stage, add a little bit more oil if you don't think you've got enough in there. I'm going to add some salt. Pinch of salt, good pinch of salt. I'm going to add my bacon back in, which we fried off earlier. With 50 grams of lardons. Put that in. And what we want to do is sweat this down now, so we don't really want a lot of colour. So you can put the lid on it, 15 minutes, but what I do, you know, when I'm sweating it down, I do like to watch it, keep an eye on it. So we'll sweat that down, we'll get back. Just want you to have a look in there. I mean, that's autumn in a pot, isn't it? Fantastic colours. Got a bit of a dry throat, excuse me. Oh, that cider's good. So, lovely, sweating down, no colour, just becoming translucent. So what we're going to do, I'm going to add in my 2 tablespoons of tomato puree, give it a mix, and I'm going to put 250 ml of cider in there, put about 100 ml of cider in there, bit more, eh? I mean, it's really cold outside now. It's getting really dark, as you can tell in the kitchen. I mean, I would show you through the window, but that would reveal my identity. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let that simmer. So that's your celery, your onion, your bacon, your tomato puree, and your cider. Get that just simmering for 5 minutes. Get it all amalgamated, and then we're going to just rest in our lovely browned off partridge. So those flavours are just getting to know each other. So I'm going to put my partridges in, just rest them in. Fantastic. Get my apples in, dot them around. Lovely. I mean, it's just starting to rain here. It's actually a bonfire night here. Remember the old saying from when you were at school, remember the 5th of November? It's more like remember partridge and cider. So we got that in there, and I'm just going to cover it with chicken stock. I've got a litre here, just so it just covers them. And then what we're going to do, we're going to put a lid on that and give it a mix up. Look at that bobbing in there, fantastic. No bobbing apples here. let that come up to the boil. We're going to turn it down, we're going to put a lid on it and give it about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. We'll check it after 20 minutes, see how tender the birds are, and then we'll see what it's like. You can see it's just coming up to speed now, so I'm going to turn that heat down and put a lid on it. I just want to say a big thank you, to all my subscribers and the people who watch my videos. I'm having some real great comments, and conversations with people all over the world. I really, really appreciate it, my subscribers. Thanks, guys. Cheers. I'm going to put a lid on it. We'll be back. Turn it down. Job's a good one. Going all handheld here. Just want to show you in that pot. It's ticking away nicely. Been about 15 minutes it has. Just check those birds. You can see those apples are plumped up lovely in there. I mean, you can do this dish with quail, guinea fowl, even chicken, some of those lovely baby poussins. So that's been 15 minutes. We'll check it in about another 10 or 15 minutes. Right, so those lovely birds have been going for half an hour now. Lovely, just check the tenderness. There's some give in that breast there, so I'm just going to take them out, put them on this plate. I'm just going to rest them for a few minutes. I'm going to cover them in foil. Now with this lovely sauce, you can either put the spatchcock and just serve it as it is, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a knob of butter to it. Good knob of butter, as you can see in there. And what I'll do is I'm going to turn that up to a full heat. I'm going to whisk that butter in gently, and then I'm going to reduce it to thicken it, make it more intense. And then I shall just put my partridge back in just to warm back through and then serve it up. So put it on the back, give it the full flame, get that butter in, and we'll reduce that by about a third, and it'll be all lovely, unctuous. So there's my lovely sauce reducing now, nice and thick, all that veg in there. I mean, you don't really need anything else to go with this. We've got all that apples. I mean, this is the time to check the seasoning. I mean, it tastes amazing. Appley, cidery. Perfect. Here's my spatchcocked partridge. As you can see, I think it's time to plate this, a bad boy, up. So, I'm just going to take my partridge with my knife. I'm just going to nip the legs off. Fantastic. If you're wondering where the other one's gone, I'm not going to lie to you, I've ate it. Just going to put that on my plate like that. Stand one up like that, one up like that, as you can see. And then I should turn that sauce off, get myself a ladle. Get some of this fantastic sauce, just put it on top. Some of the veg, some of the sauce. Get myself a couple of apple pieces. You have to excuse the presentation. I ain't no chef, but at the end of the day, it's all about the taste. So, I'm going to dive in. Oh, look at this. Oh, fantastic. Just take a bit of that breast. Fantastic, especially on a night like tonight. Put down that lovely, lovely meat. Some of that sauce. That is, again, amazing. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, I've got part 2 and 3 of the rabbit coming up, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Can't resist it. Bit of baguette. That sauce Beautiful. Thanks for watching again, guys. Take care.